How much? Probably, yeah.
My friend.
Very cool.
You go there, go inside.
Look here, some as well. Very dirty, yeah? All sand on top of the snow.
Really?
Maybe.
Well, we hope that Afghanistan will be normal very soon. And this is one thing we would try out there.
البته من گفته با دوره بکنم چیزی که من تجربه سوال جن گفتم و این معنی نیست که چیزی را که آقاخان در اینجا پیاده کرده این در افغانستان عملی نیست. این در افغانستان عملی هست. ما خودم از پروگرام و برداشتم که نه این که بگوییم ما با مقیاس 100% بلکه همین پروگرام ما در حدود 60% پیاده کردیم با وجودی که مشکلات هم داشت. این پروگرام پیاده کردیم و فعلا ما برای سال 92 تصمیم داریم که کاملا روی علمی انتیگریتد کمیونیتی ریهابیلیتیشن کار بکنیم که در تمام ابعادش مثلا در قسمت مکاتب امروز هیچ امکانات وجود نداره ولی در قسمت اگریکالچر هست، ایریگیشن هست، در قسمت هیلت هست. ما چه بکنیم؟ از مجموعه ارزی بکنیم طوری که با اشتراک خود مردم از مجموعه این چیزایی که ما اینپوت را که با کمیونیتی میدیم در حقیقت مثل همون فند گرانت است که اینا در اول برای یک پروژه میدیم. ما تو اسیوم کردیم که این چیزی را که اینپوت را که ما در دفعه اول بر کمیونیتی میدیم علمی خودش به عنوان یک سرمایه پس باید بیاد در چرخش. مثلا فرتیلایزر میره باید فیلی نه این باید 4 چوایی بیاد علمی سیستم بچرخه مکاتبش از زمین های باید بگرده پروگرام هلتش دوا کاملا باید مجانی باید توزیع نشه بلکه باید 1 لیتر نداشته باشه و این لیتر به عنوان یک سرمایه اولی باید در داخل میتونه در چرخش باشه تا در آینده به عنوان سستینبیلیتی بتونه همین زمین های چکن اینا بچرخه. اینی تقریبا در حدود 60% ما همین پروگرام رو فعلا ذکر کردیم و همین پروگرام در چرخش و ما مطمئنم که در سال آینده ما میتونیم بهتر این را به اصطلاح در منطقه دیگه این را انکشاف بدیم یعنی در منطقه دیگه ما برسانیم و این کار مختلف بیشتر بکنیم.
Although they have difficulties in Afghanistan, the guys are working on similar lines and maybe they would like these grants to be used in such a way where they circle and years to come, same mechanism comes like so they are thinking on similar lines, but they are cautious. And they hope that this will be there.
One thing I would like to ask about is that about Afghanistan and other countries in the world, I have sometimes heard some people say that illiterate, uneducated people can't make decisions, and that's why relief agencies should go in and tell people what to do. Obviously, we have a different idea about that. Could you say something, how the Foundation decided to take an approach and get uneducated other people to make some of themselves?
But basically, if you look at this area, there are people who live here for centuries. And the conditions in these mountains were very, very harsh 100 years ago, or 150 years ago, or 200 years ago. They were very, very harsh. Even 50 years back, the conditions over here were very, very harsh. Yet you could see that they built some fascinating irrigation projects over here. Yet you would see that, and if you would go on some of these irrigation projects on your visit, which have been built with modern compressors and everything. But I'm sure they're not the best. If you look at the ones that were built 100 years ago, they were built over more difficult terrain, very difficult. So that meant that even people who were uneducated, who were so restricted in their vision, 100 years ago, when the British came over here and the Maitre was ruling over here, they wanted to show him their power, their strength. So they told him, send 2 of your sons to Bombay. We will show them our might. So they took 2 of his sons. This was in 1880s to Bombay, and there they showed him the army and everything. They showed him, and his son came back and he sat down and his father told him, "What did you see over there?" He said, "I saw their army and everything." These things did not impress him, and he eventually said, "I saw people over there. They made ice in a room which was making ice." And he said, "That is not possible because snow can only come from the mountains. It cannot be made." But what I'm saying is that he could not believe it, and he drove his son away from me. He said, "You're lying to me. You're making a fool out of me." This is just about not even 100 years ago from today. But people who had minds they were all illiterate in that sense. But yet they built a fascinating system over here which people survived in a very, very harsh environment, which basically means that education and all those things do not have to come. It's basically you have to inculcate these things. Either they come naturally because the conditions become so harsh that they need to survive, or you can come in and act as an agent of change and convince them about these things gradually, bring them about.
सवाल करने से पूछ के हम दुनिया जहाँ के मजलूम रिश्ते में आमदनी है तो तालीम ने पूजा मजलूम बड़े खुद तस्वीर के में जाने और खुद डिसीजन तस्वीर में बेहतर बड़े खुद ये पोजीशन नहीं था ये फिटनेस को बेहतर करने बावजूद ही अफगान फाउंडेशन की अफगान परिवार शुरू कर चला
To see a project, how they have built it, those two things would be achieved during the transition. Then the next day you go into Susum Valley, also known as Karibabad, where you will go to a village where after the village organizations had been formed and they carried out their projects and everything, they formed a collective group known as a cluster. You will see that in Susum Valley. And then when you go to again to Buni, what I want to show is to you some very tough irrigation channel over there, which is a traditional channel. And then secondly, you will also see a siphon project, which is a new sort of a thing, which by thinking you can bring new technology into the area. You see that. So that's what it's going to be about.
You have mentioned the chart is you're working on public
If there is one aspect of AKRSP's program which has been, I think, very, very bad, it's been appropriate technology. Because it's been tragic, we got some experts on appropriate technology who came in and who tried to experiment with things which never worked. So inappropriate technology, the only thing which is perhaps is small hydrants which has come in it. There's a spinning wheel which has been introduced for a woman in one of this area. Again, that is also controversial because it was introduced for this putty cloth that we make over here. But it's perhaps not help. It does things pretty quickly, but the quality of the thread is such that it doesn't maintain the quality of the putty. But it definitely helps in carpet making. So that has been introduced. Very, very small things. But some of the things.
Hold on. We can break now for lunch, and then after lunch we can come here for about an hour and have another meeting amongst ourselves. Okay? So it is 12:30 now. 2 o'clock? Also 1:30. Okay. 2 o'clock.
Corporate training, that project funded by Canadian FAC. And leprosy project we put on a start because they approved this one. So leprosy project funded by Rafa Foundation.
I don't think the flash.
No,
Is the flash light?
it's quiet now.
Not yet? Very soft.
See, this is quite different than each other. See this one.
Oh, it's very nice.
This side like the difference of the fiber. Look at you.
Time for
King in this. this carpet. He knows. This is carpet.
और ये ये मायू बस है ये मायू बस ये वो मायू बस आदर्श मायू बस आदर्श मायू बस है बहुत हम खाता से जाएगी बहुत है मासूम है तो बहुत खाता से जाएगी
Limitation.
zırt korkuna ne mi var zırt korkuna için amını karaja aslında ne tanımına göre bu tar baba bu
So these are the looms. In the past, they used to make the looms.
başa koyda koca koca
It would have taken a lot of place, plus it would carry one person. See this? And also, yes, that's right. See this side. From this side, you can see.
Shiva is it
From the end part. This is like that.
Yes,
of
it
this
is. It
wall.
is really.
And here is another one. Now. You will see.
Yeah, the light down there.
It's almost going to be complete. See from this side.
this yes puede ser
You will see inside now the grounds and how those are efficient and how they are and inefficient. We did not know anything about these things. Very poor people. And to get such a job.
backside, this is the, because I didn't cut it. No, take care of the mud.
ويشار اكزاكت شنطه شباب رجع كل شنطه قد كده here. See? This was at the beginning. At the beginning this is small and this is big shot. But backside is something. Busy with the carpeting and electricity right from the morning, from 8 o'clock until 5 o'clock. But they have 1 hour and a half lunch break, and they have 1 hour and a half, which is 2 teaching hour of literacy, 45 minutes each. So 2 hours literacy and numeracy. So total, they are starting from 8 o'clock until 5 o'clock, with the exception of 1 hour and a half lunch break, and that's all. The remainder, busy with the literacy and as well as with the carpet weaving.
How much time will it spend for producing one complete cut?
But this one, I don't know, but after they have completed these small things, they started weaving these things. Some of them completed, some of them. So,
So how many days for one carpet?
Probably more than a month, more than several months. 4 or 4.5 months each. Because those are the beginner, they are working very slowly but thoroughly. Their teachers all the time standing over there showing them all. There is a slight mistake, so they show them. This is what they are proceeding very slow but the accurate one. Yes. See, Bukhari.
Bukhara.
His teacher said this before.
Yeah.
His student. So how can I say? also cannot go. I do not have an authority. So I stood up. I wish if you people had seen inside. So
Yeah.
44. Park at the park. She said anything.
Alex, come and take the camera from Bart.
And Cam will come to them by the time they are producing.
Ask him if he likes working and receiving the literacy training here.
این کورسای سوال موزیوم خوب است بسیار اشتغال آمده خوب است ان شاء الله کلی خوش کرده so God bless Dr. all these walls from parts of Malta and they are the competition and that tent it's a big tent the school type tent we borrowed from UNHCR and installed it here once or twice the monitors come to check the equipment and they also found it very interesting and then advised the project manager to tell me that to bring a copy of the original proposal. They are going to fund us or advise us to make more of this type of carpet-weaving project in the campus.
Yes.
So, Allah is great. Inshallah, we are very successful.
Yeah. Very nice.
The best thing is that any place you see, anywhere we go, these racks, you do not find any resemble to each other, any of them.
Yeah. All and yes. If this project had not started, what would these children do?
Oh, these people were, I don't know, there's a small school, sometimes it's operating, sometimes it's not. Just idling with the water.
How many they are getting
Oh, 300. It's 500. Yeah, 300. 600 per migrant. 600 per migrant.
including food or?
No, nothing. Only 300. Their homes are close by and they simply go out. Some of them, these I can bring.
Do you treat the children and the elders the same salary or?
Yes, everybody the same salary. Because these children are also supporting a big family. He himself is a martyred boy. And he's living with his little brother and mother.
Yeah. And the disabled you don't have disabled males?
Yeah, he's disabled. See his limb. See his limb. And the other one making imitation limb. And 2 or 3 more of them are disabled.
Yeah.
5 or 6 disabled. Obviously, this proposal was for food maintenance project. Approved. The proposal approved for food. And actually, you could somehow manage to
Alex, that
You see what Baptist stage? Same what? After 3 months.
Yeah.
how long is he here in this
شقة واحدة إن جاء.
refugee camp?
شقة واحدة. إن they 5 years. He said. Yes. Yes. Came from Badakshon by the time his father martyred, so he came along with another orphan brother of him. Yes, he finished the wife.
Okay, but during winter time, I mean, what kind of
During winter time, yes, this proposal, this contract was for 6 months, and it was supposed to end on August 31st. I already signed the certificate, and it is really here. But okay, that's why we get at least 1 year. Yeah, the month of September.
Complete
Then after that, people say we cannot afford to buy raw materials or bring from we are how to show these things. So bring raw materials, pay our wages, and then send you us out. So this is what I intend to do.
like
Otherwise you'll forget it, sir. Yes.
income generation.
So you will see our promise to help people by lending or giving them. How was that?
It was very nice, very nice. A lot of laughing.
I'm so
laughing. Yes. So,
I'm so happy with these rides.
Yeah.
How did you find it?
Beautiful.
But still they want to continue working on these things and asking them to understand what they do. You can show them if there's something wrong. So, بس I think it's around completed. And really here, it's a long day to continue for 1 more month. And after that, I intend to make it in otherwise, some of them can afford to buy material, but still how to sell it, where? There is no market. So I intend to make it something that we can arrange with budget to give them the science to bring them some raw material after the completion, pay the wages. It is by some places by hinges, quarter hinges, while some places customary by foot, some places by raw. Each raw the wage is different.
Yeah.
These raws of flats.
This, sorry. That's Iranian design?
Yes, this is Iranian design. Somebody sent a pattern of that, but these instructors tried and made one. And if you like it, so you make a lot of these. Very efficient man. He's not Uzbek, he's a Kobuli, young boy, but he was an instructor.
معلوم بشه دیگه معلوم بشه سریش هم دیگه اونجا معلوم بشه کارتا انجام شده مطاب میشه
Così ora dagli alberi non mi pleva, cioè. C'era comodo.
از سودا آموزی بچه‌ها. این از مسلکی بچه‌ها. مسلکی.
This is the profession. I mean, this is the profession and that was the
این از دخترها سوینه. مسلکی جان است.
These are for girls.
این سودا آموزی دخترها است. منتها عکس نداره. عکس نداره. عکس نداره. معقول.
Are these printed in Peshawar?
Printed in shop, yes. Type in the manual type in the office, and then he bring it to the shop.
Yeah.
Whichever.
This are for girls without photo.
Very nice. Are you still shooting? main thing is to find a market and make it into ready
Quite
to-
easy. Quite easy. The way they are making, it's according to the taste of the market. Everybody likes it.
Color is that's going to this yes, can say now.
What do you think even if a poor man possesses such a trade, you can say, all right. So,
هذا يسمي نقش صاروخي نقش بخاري نعم ايه نعم من 3 سنوات 300 طلوات نعم نعم نعم
this is quite a flower with yeah.
بركة
They themselves. We have key rank he and as well as Joey is an instructor of dyeing, and he's also dyeing. This is in between. Even on Fridays they are coming. And sometimes they are cutting the thread of each other. Not go ahead of them.
شلون ايش الضرب
He will translate it to you.
هو يعمل يوم الجمعة شلون هذه؟ ذاك ما ليس وظيفته يوم الجمعة يأتي يوم الجمعة أيضا
هذا قوات دوران.
والله قلت له يوم الجمعة
Driver between each other.
يوم الجمعة
If one of them ahead of each other, then they will go and cut the thread of the other one in order to make her busy with that. Not go around the thread.
do that.
يحب العمل.
There are lots.
So they're just a few days for finishing, that's why they're doing it.
Yeah. This is quite different.
هذا المكان خلاص.
Different color. Different than
لم تجي أنا هناك في السعودية ليش لم تفتح مدرسة عربية إسلامية هنا؟
نعم
لازم ضروري أن تفتح أنت تعلم الطلبة هنا
نعم
اللغة
نعم نعم
تعلمهم
شوي هنا
عربي ولا؟ You took already, no? Huh?
Make a little bit. Have you seen the bridge? If I know to, if somebody wants to cross the river by this bridge, if you are at the middle of that, you will think that as if you are flying. I cannot control myself.
Yeah, the movement underneath.
That's right.
Oh.
Okay, let's go.
Because of the water. Running water. Ya polis ay çakal konuşmayacak. stop. Stop? You stop there, you should not stop. Where's the sun? It's taking picture of this truck. Where's the sun?
And he is the president, Sherwazir, his name is president of review. And these two persons are representatives of review. Whenever and wherever there is a thing, they are here to solve the problem. I think simple. What is the Ish. Ish. I-Z-H. I-Z-H. Ish.
हम इस मीटिंग का आगाज़ हस्ब रिवायत अल्लाह ताला के बगैर करना चाहते हैं तो मैं तिलावत करने पाक में तवज्जो हमारे तंजीम का मेंबर तिलावत करने पाक से
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تدبير وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل
मैं तंजीम के लीडर तंजीम के अफराद और अपने तंजीम के मेंबरान की तरफ से आप सब हजरात को खुशआमदीद कहता हूँ और तहे दिल से आपका मशकूर हूँ कि आप अपने गुनागून मसरूफियात के बावजूद तंजीम के मेंबरान के साथ मिलकर इनकी हौसला अफजाई फरमाएं।
आप पहुँच सकती हैं और उनकी जिंदगी Kirli village where they have a protective works project done on this river. This river is the Tral river. It comes down and it was eating the banks. The village organization has made 3 protective stone walls so that it does not eat more land. This was the river bank, but now all this land will come under cultivation next year. Protective wall they've made to save the land.